Hey, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. And I just did a show. I did two shows. The first one I did today was one on Oprah Winfrey and white privilege. And I thought it was, something that was kind of timely. So I decided to put an ad out there for it to just garner the discussion up. And it got rejected. I want to know why. I want to know what I said and what I did to get my ad rejected. I want to know what the policy is. And I've said this before, and it's becoming very clear that anything that goes against the white privilege narrative is not going to be allowed. The establishment is in favor of it, and that's all you need to know. At least that's what it feels like. We get no redress. The court of public opinion does not belong to us. Those conservatives with a different opinion, they do not allow it. That is clear. And it is up to every decent citizen to see injustice and do something about it, because it's really wrong. It's very immoral. And these companies, these big tech companies, the mainstream media and these big tech companies are not moral, in my opinion. They're not just. They're authoritarian. And they want to dictate their terms to you. And they will shut you out of the debate. I just got a small channel. Just want to have open and honest discussions. I want to have open and honest discussions where I don't get physically assaulted for my views, or threatened to be physically assaulted, or threatened to be economically blacklisted if I don't share the views that you share. And usually I'm a stoic person, but this has gotten me very angry. It's very un-American. Kicking people out of the public square denies me my 14th Amendment rights, my equal protection under the law. The 1964 Civil Rights Act says you cannot discriminate against public accommodations. The 1964 Civil Rights Act was written with the 14th Amendment in mind. I think they're going against that. They're also, I believe they're going against the United Nations point of redress. I could be wrong on this. I just skimmed through it. But there seems to be a lot that is going on right now with regards to the First Amendment in this country. And not only that, in this country and in this world. But if we're going to go into this country, the fact that you're not necessarily allowed to defend yourself, there are things going on with regards to trials of self-defense and other things. And like I said, who is controlling the court of public opinion here? If you're not allowed to speak in the court of public opinion, that's really unfair and really unjust. I think there needs to be Section 230 reform with a First Amendment provision, because you just can't control the dialogue. It's not a sit down and shut up where I can't say anything. I have no defense. There's a lot more to add to that. I'm very angry right now. I'm very upset by it. and I think rightfully so. I'm controlling it. I have a lot of energy, but I'm controlling it as of now. But to me, what they just did, and then I just saw another ad that they put on there. It was very political and very one-sided. And Twitter, when you had Tim Pool on, he was explaining this stuff to you, and you guys just showed what you are. Really bad. I'm hoping you guys are called before Congress and somebody really drills you guys, because what you did was really wrong, really immoral, and really wrong. And I guess you think the ends justify the means, but I can't agree with you guys. And I can't agree with social media in general. I'm going to come back with a show called The George Floyd Effect, because after the death of George Floyd, a lot of the censorship really started to begin. It started to get worse, but I believe there's reasons behind it, but I want to do a little bit more investigation on that. But I'm thoroughly upset, and I'm going to end it kind of short. Guys, like and subscribe, because like I said, YouTube, Twitter, they're not sharing my stuff, but put it out there if you believe that this is just and what they're doing is wrong. This brainwashed people are controlling things, in my opinion, and hopefully we can get a handle on it and free speech can reign, because you cannot have transparency. You cannot have merit without transparency, and that starts with freedom of speech and freedom of expression. If what you say is true, it'll stand up to the bootstraps of scrutiny. Thank you, and have a good day.